Welcome to Las Vegas Traders Expo. I'm Dan Gramza, and I'm here with Matt Weller. Matt, great to be with you, and I know your focus is on the currency market, and we have a lot going on with the fundamental things that have been happening just today alone in that marketplace. So why don't you lead off by giving us some insights that you have and what you're seeing in the FX market?
Yeah, when it comes to FX, we're really seeing two major storylines drive the market, and it's the two main storylines that we've seen really over the past couple of years. The most prominent one, the one I think driving markets today, was the U.S.-China trade tensions, or just call it an outright trade war. Lately, we've been getting a number of positive headlines, and the market's been reacting very favorably in terms of risk appetite. When it comes to the FX market, the currency to watch most closely is the Australian dollar, because it's closely linked with global growth, and China is, of course, Australia's most important trade partner. So depending on how the U.S. imposition of tariffs goes, that can impact the Australian dollar very directly. Lately, we've been seeing signs that perhaps China had successfully negotiated to reduce some of the already in place tariffs, which is more optimistic than many people were expecting. And as a result, we've seen a little bit of strength in the Australian dollar. Looking ahead, I think there's a chance the market has gotten too far ahead of itself just because nothing's been signed yet. We have this outline of a phase one trade deal, but it doesn't really tackle the sticky topics. So we can continue to climb the slope of hope as long as we have hopes for that. But once that gets signed, I think we'll turn to the more difficult part of the negotiations, and that's where things could get more contentious again. So that could be a headwind for the Aussie if it plays out like that.
Yeah, totally agree. I think those are right on target, and it is a sensitive area, and we're anticipating right now that result. We don't have
There's a lot priced in, isn't there? Yeah, the market may be getting ahead of itself.
What's your outlook for the Brexit, for the cable or the pound? How do you see that?
Yeah, speaking of things that the market's been looking forward to, the recent headlines and developments there, I think, have been generally bullish for the pound. What traders are really afraid of when it comes to Brexit is the risk of a hard no-deal Brexit, the UK crashing out of the European Union. And with Boris Johnson successfully getting Parliament and the European Union to agree to his trade deal in principle, I think that's a really positive step. And then, of course, we have the election coming up. Polling can be hit or miss in the UK, as we've learned even from the start of Brexit. Right. But at least as it stands right now, the Conservatives appear to be in a good position to maintain their upper hand or even solidify it. So that would be, if that election plays out like that, that would further reduce the risk of a no-deal Brexit. And I really think at the end of the day, what the market wants is an end to the uncertainty. Businesses haven't been investing, they haven't been hiring people, building new plants, because they've been afraid, because they don't know what the rules of play are going to be a year, 5 years down the road. So I think any sort of Brexit deal that we get is something that could release all those pent-up animal spirits and really boost the UK economy. And for us as traders, we're always interested in the British pound.
You know, what's interesting is some of the flows that I've seen institutionally, where companies and banks are trying to set up operations, and they're almost forced to now setting up offices in other countries because of what you said, that uncertainty. At some point, they need some sense of direction, and hopefully in the next few weeks they may see it.
Yeah, it doesn't. The details of a specific deal aren't really as important as just the fact that people want to know the rules of the game, and that also has relevance to the U.S.-China trade situation. So hopefully we can get clarity on both of those, and that'll be something that's good for the global economy, in my view.
I think you're right on target. And also, I want to thank you for your insights. But before we go, would you share with the people watching how they would get more information about what your company offers?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're analyzing all of these developments. Every headline that crosses around the trade war or Brexit we'll be breaking down on Forex.com, Forex.com. If you click on the market analysis tab, that's where myself and my team publish all of our research. We have regular webinars and videos as well to help put context around these and really help traders trade at the end of the day these events more profitably.
Great. Matt, thank you for your outlook. Thank you for watching. Looking forward to being with you again and live from the Las Vegas Traders Expo. I'm Dan Gramza.